Hi, I'm Andy Parr, and you're watching The Gadget Guru. If you own a motorhome with an air brake system, whether it's an old vintage model like this one or a new modern motorhome, you need to watch this segment because I've brought in an expert, and we're going to go step by step in the process you need to do every morning when you start your coach to properly check your air brakes. And that starts right now on The Gadget Guru. Okay, let me take a moment and introduce you to this guy. This is Alan Gingrich. Alan's the owner of RVsafety.com. Alan, why don't you just take a moment and tell us what you do?
My company coaches a recreational vehicle owner to safely operate every aspect of a recreational vehicle.
Now, I brought Alan in because this is my first motorhome, this 1957 Flxible Starliner, and I'm transporting it from Tennessee to Florida. He rode along with me. We've been taking lessons along the way. Now, you told me that one of a major aspect of operating a coach safely is doing a brake check at least every day, every morning, and maybe even more often. This coach is already running. How about if we, why don't you walk me through what we would need to do a proper brake check?
Okay, we can do that. Okay, so at this point in time, Andy, you're going to shut your vehicle off. Okay, you're going to turn your key one notch back to the right without starting the vehicle. One more. Okay, that's going to recycle your gauges and turn your gauges back on so you can properly monitor your gauges. At this point in time, you're going to make sure your wheels are chocked in the coach.
Okay.
And you're going to release your parking brake, the yellow knob on your coach.
Okay. On this one, it's not a yellow knob.
Okay. You're going to let that air stabilize in your system. Okay. That's the needle's going to stop moving. That hissing that you hear in the dashboard is going to go away. Okay. Once that's occurred, you're going to pull out a stopwatch, a timer, some sort of.
Okay. Should we go to set a timer here?
Yep. We want to set a timer for 1 minute.
Okay, 1 minute.
And we're going to time for 1 minute. We're going to watch our air gauge and make sure we don't lose more than 2 psi in 1 minute.
Okay, now we've already lost more because didn't we start around 110, 100?
That's correct. Once you release the brakes, the air went back to the brakes to release the brakes.
Oh, okay.
That's why we have our wheels
But we've
stopped.
dropped more than 2 psi.
But you will because you've shot more air back in. But now your gauge is going to stay put at this point in time.
So at what point do we measure the dropping 2 pounds?
After that has stabilized.
Okay, so it's stabilized here around, I'm going to guess 95, 96 pounds. We have just less than a half a minute to go here.
Okay.
So it's going to drop immediately. Wait till it's kind of settles in.
That's correct.
And then at that point, you're watching it. And if I don't know if you can see the gauge from where you're sitting, it's not moving a lot. That's good, isn't it?
Yeah, that's correct. It's not moving at all.
Okay.
Okay.
Well, we're almost up. 5 seconds. You'll hear it beep. I'm using my Apple Watch for this. There we go.
Okay.
Okay, a little bit more than a minute.
Now at this point in time, Andy, you're going to apply pressure to your service brake, your brake pedal, and you're going to hold that. And you're going to time for another minute.
Okay, time it.
And that during this minute, you're going to make sure you don't lose more than 3 psi in that 1 minute.
And I'm looking at here, it's not moving. Now, granted, we're just 10 seconds in there.
Right.
So right now, we have like the ignition on, but it's not running. We have our
correct.
key on.
Yep. And this one's testing your system.
And I'm pressing the brake all the way down right now.
That's correct. And this one's testing to make sure if you do have an air leak in your brake system, this test will tell you that because you're applying pressure to your brake.
15. Okay, and then tell me what I'm going to do when I release the pedal.
Okay. After this one, you're going to start to pump your brakes.
Okay, so we have 5, 4. I figure let's do this exactly by the book. So if people are following along at home, they can see the exact same things we're seeing. Okay.
Now this time,
now, excuse me, now I release the brake.
Okay. Yep. Now at this point in time, you're going to start pumping your brakes, and you're going to watch your needle go down on your air pressure gauge.
Okay. So.
And somewhere before 60 psi, you should get either an audible and/or a visual warning to come on your dashboard to let you know that you're losing air pressure.
Okay, so I'm pumping here. Now remember, this is a vintage coach. Is this audible, a warning, and is that?
I know there's a visual on this. I don't know if there's an audible on this.
Do you see a warning coming up?
We got your warning light just came on the dashboard.
Which one?
See the red light? And that tells you that you're getting that audible or visual warning.
Okay,
to
so
tell
there
you
was no audible on this, only a visual.
Correct.
And I need to make note, in my coach, with my seating position, I don't see that. So watch the gauge over here.
That's correct.
And for the testing, do that. Okay, what do we do next?
Then at this point in time, you're going to continue to pump your brakes down until your parking brakes engage. That yellow number, in your
And
case,
what
is
number
silver.
should that come up
That
around?
should come down between 20 and 40 psi.
It just popped.
Okay.
It just popped.
And that's telling you that your brakes are going to work if you do not have enough air in the brake system.
So we just passed the test.
You just passed the
Okay,
test.
so what do we do now?
So at this point in time, you're going to start your vehicle again.
Okay, so I turn it off and on.
Nope, you can just start right from where it's at.
Okay, just make sure we are neutral.
Okay.
And the parking brake did come on.
That's correct.
Or the air brake. What do you call this?
The spring brakes
The
or
spring
your
brake. We have
emergency
spring
brakes,
brake here. Okay, so for people who are afraid to ask dumb questions, this is the spring brake and this is the service brake.
That's
Believe it or
correct.
not, I had to go onto a forum and say, what next service brake? Is that the same as a foot brake? They said,
Yep.
yeah. Now, and I got to tell you, we're just going to start day 3 of a 3-day trip. We have just under 300 miles to go. We're in Jacksonville, Florida. We're heading over to Parliament in Clearwater, where we're going to do some mods and service to this. I just want to thank you so much. This has been such a great experience. And what a way. I mean, and he's not paying me. In fact, I'm paying him. Anybody who's buying a new coach, whether, or if this is your first time, get him to meet you at the dealership. I'm not going to discuss his fees. He'll come to you, get him to walk you through how to use your coach and to teach you things like the 4 corners and how to maneuver. It's been a valuable experience for me. If people want to know more about you, where do they go?
They can get in touch with me on my website, rvsafety.com.
Okay, if you want to stay posted of my news stories and videos, the easiest thing to do is just go to facebook.com/gadgetguru and like us. Don't forget to subscribe to us on YouTube. And remember, every time I do a video, I do a companion story to it that leaves out a lot of facts and details that sometimes I admit when the cameras are rolling. And you can find that at gadgetguru.com. That's it for now. I'm the Gadget Guru, Indy Park.